Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Hi, and welcome back to Euphoria Review. We are here to talk about Season 2, Episode 7. If you are just joining us on this Euphoria rendezvous, make sure you do check out my other two episodes that I have covered. Episode 5 and 6. So Season 2, Episode 5, 6, this is number 7. And you know, we got one more after this. So thanks so much for coming back, for those of you who have been with me through all the episodes. And if this is your first time, welcome. We are going to do a deep dive into Episode 7, talk about it, give you my results, give you my reactions. If you guys have any theories, if you have any comments, if you agree with things that I'm saying, if you have your own speculations, if you're like, that is not what's tea, let me know in the comments below. I welcome the commentary. I think this show literally has so many different ways that it can go, and I love hearing you guys tell me what it is that you think. I swear I read your comments and I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely possibly gonna happen, like for real. Also, for those of you who are just joining in this episode review series that we've been doing here on this channel, I will put banners throughout the video of like other episodes that you can go check out, but also they'll be at the end. So like, I'm gonna put the banners because I feel like it makes it look cool, but like, don't click them. Okay, like you need to watch this video. After this video is over, you can go check those out. So now, without any further ado, let's talk about Episode 7. I do have the episode name for this one. It was called The Theater and It's Double, which completely makes sense, judging by the episode. If you've seen it, which I really hope you have. I hope you're not like just watching this and spoiling it for yourselves, unless you don't have HBO and you're watching this because like you just want to know what happened, which I completely understand. This episode was called The Theater and It's Double, and it's because we are now finally seeing Miss Lexi's play come to life. And I seriously enjoyed this episode, you guys. I felt like this was one of the first episodes of Euphoria this season, in my opinion, that had like a point. I know that's so bad to say, but like it had, like I could tell you what this episode is about, right? Whereas the other episodes were kind of like here, they're here, we're at this person's house, in that life, which I get. It's good to have different storylines running at one time, and therefore you have to go visit different storylines in order to accomplish that. But this was like the one episode that I felt like everybody was in one place, everybody was focused on one thing, and therefore I can focus and tell you about this one thing. You get me? So I really enjoyed this episode a lot. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. So opening scene, we open up on this like dark screen and it has like these flowers or whatever. I just felt like that scene was like a little long. I know they wanted to play this music. Euphoria has the rights to so much music, right? To so many songs that they are allowed to play from start to end. And I love that, that's beautiful. If you don't have a poppin' playlist, like you watch Euphoria and your playlist is jumping, right? But also though, like that scene with the flowers, I was like, let's wrap it up. I'm ready to see the play. But that's neither here nor there. It was a very pretty picture to look at. And I feel like, you know, the calm before the storm. Sam is like, okay, relax, get it together, take a deep breath, because we're about to dive in. Okay, all right. So we move off the flowers, and our first scene that we see, we open to a flashback of Rue's father's funeral. Now we've been here before, but I really like the way they did it in this episode because this helped me realize how close Rue and Lexi actually were. I say were because I guess they're not as close now, but I never realized like they were best friends. I feel like it's been mentioned that like Rue and Lexi are good friends because I remember in the last episode, Cassie was like, Rue treats you like, you know, and you still pretend like you're a friend, or you're such a loser, like you let her. And I was like, when does Rue do all that? Like, she don't even be talking to her that much. But I guess that's why Cassie said that, because they used to be such good friends that Rue had Lexi at the funeral. Like Lexi went to the funeral to be with Rue, and Lexi's mom was in the kitchen with Rue's mom. So I guess that makes sense as to why Rue's mom knew, and what was it, episode 6, that she was gonna run to Cassie's house because she like went to a house that she was familiar with. So all that like clicked for me. I was like, oh, they're friends. Okay, cool. Okay, boom. So they're at the funeral. We see Lexi. I love how they tried to make them all look like 13 or whatever age they're supposed to be. I think it's 13. No, it's not 13. They said that they're 13, about to go to high school. But then Rue's dad died. I'm not sure how old exactly they were. Maybe 14. They're like about to start high school, or like have started high school but just did, during the scene of like where Rue's dad has passed away. Maybe you guys can help me out in the comments below as exactly what age they are. But you know, you see Lexi with the braces, you see Rue with like the braids. They're like, we're so innocent. Oh, we're so young. But little do we know, or what we're about to see, we see Rue, what's she doing in the room? What's she doing in the room? Snorting pills. Babe, Rue. And she was like, they were my dad's. And I'm like, because that makes it better, right? Because it's like, you know, your dad died. It's like, somebody need to take the pills, right? Like, he's no longer here to take them. I guess you can have them. Like, sure, you know? But when I thought about that scene, I was like, okay, so that means that she was doing drugs, like, before her dad died, right? Because I feel like they haven't told us that much about, like, how Ruth started with drugs. We just see that, you know, it's gotten worse or it's been amplified due to the death of her father. But like at the funeral, my girl is snorting pills. So it's like, and she's snorting pills, she's not popping pills, you know what I mean? So that means that she's taking it, you gotta be a little comfortable with drugs, is what I'm saying, to do a little snort, okay? I feel like people start off with like maybe a little weed, you know what I'm saying? Maybe pop a little pill. She's crushing up and hitting that. You're a little comfortable. So it's like, I'm really wondering, when did she start and why did she start? Like, was it something that she started doing because her dad was sick? Is it something that she just has been doing forever and like kept it hush hush? I don't know. I'm not sure, but she was definitely hitting them pills at the funeral, okay? Then we see Lexi go to the room to check on Rue because again, they're best friends. And she reads Rue this poem. And as she's reading the poem, we see the scene change from like it being a room to now we're on stage and it's Lexi's play. And Lexi has started her play out at Rue's dad's funeral. Now, my girl Lexi. First of all, what did I say? I said pause because the budget for this play, okay? Like, this is school. She literally goes and asks the principal in one of these episodes, can she do this play? And I guess they were like, here's $3 million, have fun, okay? Because this was an elaborate play. We zoom out and we see that we're on stage at this play. I'm thinking that that's probably the real sound stage that they shoot Euphoria at, because you know when you shoot a show like this, you shoot on location for some scenes. So like if there's a scene that let's just say like they have to do a scene like at a racetrack, okay, they're racing cars, I don't know why they would, but who knows, they might shoot on location at a racetrack for that scene. But like all the scenes where like it's school, or all the scenes where it's you know, a bedroom scene or whatever, it's shot on what they call a sound stage, so a set on a stage. And I guess it's good for audio. I don't know the logistics of it. I just know it's called soundstage. So I'm thinking that when they zoom out and they show us like it's the play, I'm thinking that's really the soundstage. And I was like, oh, that's cool, because we kind of get like a little sneak peek or a behind the scenes look at like what's, you know, ticking behind the scenes of Euphoria. So I thought that was kind of cool. I thought the doubles were cool, like, because you know they do the portraits or whatever, they go take their yearbook photos and it's like Lexi, and then we got people that look like Cassie, people that look like Maddy, people that look like Kat, people that look like Nate, and then we have like people that look like a girl that looks like Rue. And I was like, oh, that's so interesting. Like, it's cute to see like these doubles, you know, of our main characters. But also what I thought was kind of funny, I was like, wait a minute, all these people go to y'all school? Because this is a school play, right? Like, all these people that look smack like y'all go to your school. I mean, not smack like them. Like, I feel like Cassie's person could have been like a little bit more accurate to Cassie. But a lot of them was looking, you know, pretty good. The girl that played Kat, I was like, okay, I see it. You know, the girl that played Rue, I was like, I see it. So I'm like, y'all just walking around with these people at y'all school that look smack, almost smack like y'all. Like, okay, realistic, you know? When Lexi, she comes out and she's like, this is our life. I was like, oh. I was like, okay, is it? And then, you know, it's like pretty silent and somebody's like, and then they clap, people in the audience clap, and then somebody in the back's like, I don't know, they say something mean to her. And I was like, I didn't hear one teacher get up and be like, you know, I didn't hear one teacher see me in my office. So we just allow bullying. Got it. So let's jump in now to part 2. I have part 2 labeled the play, okay? So part 2, we open with Lexi talking to Fezco, and this is kind of like a flashback of what is happening before the play. So Lexi's still nervous, you know, because we kind of left her nervous in episode 6, where she's like, I don't know if they're gonna, you know, like the play. It's about a bunch of girlfriends who grow up and they grow apart. Like, I just don't know, whatever. She still has the same notion of asking Fez, like, what do you think that they're gonna think about this play? Do you think people are gonna understand, like, my intentions are good? Yeah. I actually love to see Lexi talking to Fez in the scene. You know, I know last episode review, I was like, I don't care about them, right? But they made me care about them this time. This was the time to focus on Fezco and Lexi because this was Lexi's episode, right? So this makes sense to me. While I'm at Fez's house while he's on the phone with Lexi. Like, I get this. And I wrote, I'd love to see her having support for her dreams. You know, if you're not talking to somebody that can uplift you on things that you care about, you're talking to the wrong person. He is genuinely interested in what she has going on. This girl is a high school student while Fez is out here like living that life. Okay, he got drug dealers in his home with him. He got, what is it, porn stars, prostitutes, like drug addicts in his house with him, and he's still like, I will be there for your 11th grade play. I will be there, your 12th grade play, whatever grade they're in. I will be there. I love that for you. You know, I think that's nice. Watching it and taking the notes, I was like, I'm low-key jealous. Like, we love that for Lexi. We love a bad girl who got a man that loved that she a bad girl, okay? He's like, yeah, girl, you do that play. Speaking of support, Lexi's mom, Cassie and Lexi's mom, love her in this episode. She is like, like so freaking supportive. When she saw her character being played by like one of the students, she's just laughing. And it was funny because her character was played by a boy in a wig, you know? So I just love that she loved it and that she was just so supportive. She was like, you know, like my dad would say, her biggest amen in the crowd. I love that. Oh, I love the supportive mom. But small note, isn't Lexi's character in this play named Grace? Right? She's playing somebody named Grace because she switched everybody's name. Nobody's named how they're actually named in the show. So she's not Lexi, she's Grace. So why is it when she does the scene where like, I'm gonna be hot, just like my sister. I just have to wait 433 days or whatever the case may be. And then I'll look just like her because we're sisters, right? And she's 430 whatever days older than me. So as soon as that comes, I'm gonna be hot like her. Why when she goes to the school in her like hot girl fantasy, somebody's like, oh, I wish I would have with Lexi Howard. Like, I wish I would have hit on Lexi. Who is that? Who's that? Because her name's Grace. So who's Lexi? You know, that was just like a little slip that I caught that I don't know if that was like intentional or if that just kind of slipped the writer's mind or if the dude on stage said the wrong name thinking that he needed to be talking to Lexi's character rather than Grace. You're in the play, babe. Her name's Grace. Just a small note. Part 3, okay? We go to part 3. Now we got Cassie and Nate. So again, we're flashing back to like before the play. And not even like the day of the play, but like some day prior to this being in the auditorium, because, and I say that because of the outfits, because you know, we see Cassie and Nate walking to school. Cassie got her hair straight, kind of like Maddy, and she has like this pink outfit on, but like in the play watching it, she's in a blue outfit, I'm pretty sure. So, or maybe I'm wrong, maybe it just looked blue under the light, but I'm thinking, whatever, this is the scene before the play where Cassie and Nate make their entrance. Cassie girl, this don't even look like you, okay? And not in like a good way. Like, the outfit was cute, your hair is fine. Like, I don't mind the way you look, I don't mind your makeup, none of this do I mind. It just doesn't look like you. This just doesn't look like your vibe. Like, Cassie gives me pretty sweet girl, like sexy pretty sweet girl. Like, I don't mind her being like giving me a little vibe boom, but don't give me like rave. Don't give me music fest. Maddy's giving me music fest. Maddy's giving me sexy girl at the club. Like, why? Don't give me that. I don't want that from you, you know? And honestly, baby, she looked like she was about to fall. I don't know if she don't wear heels a lot or if the heels she was wearing that, you know, Nate probably picked out for her, which, again, we'll talk about that. She looked like she was about to fall. I was like, girl, if you're gonna come in here acting like the baddest girl, you better stand straight up, okay? If you're gonna come in here and stunt on my girl Maddy talking about somebody took your man, you better take him upright. Don't be, I saw you about to fall, Cassie. Get it together, babe, okay? Yeah, get it together. While the play is happening, Lexi is kind of taking us through her childhood moments as to why she thinks the way she thinks, how she got here, and how she's seen the evolution of her friends and her sister, how they've changed, right? So we're at the scene where Cassie and Lexi, because they're sisters, we're at the scene where we see them like super young. I'm talking overalls, ice cream in hand young. I don't know what Sam was trying to do with that. Like, they're the same height as they are right now. I don't believe that they're 10. I don't know if that's what they're supposed to be, or they're supposed to be 12, 13, like cute, but I've seen her boobs. Like, that's a grown woman, okay? Sorry. But anyway, we see Cassie and Lexi at a park, right, with their father, which we assume him to be their father, and then later on we through deductive reasoning, you realize, yes, that is their father. We see where Lexi is like, why is he sleeping? Because her father's like passed out on a bench. I guess while they went and got ice cream, he like passed out. And you know, she's like, I don't think we should get in the car with him. Like, he doesn't look like he's, you know, prepared to take us home or wherever he's supposed to take us. And Cassie's like, oh, well, we don't want to make him feel like he can't take care of us. We don't want to make him feel bad. I said, okay. So we see Cassie has been in a men-pleasing mode for a long time. And it started with her father. She wanted to please him. She wanted him to think everything was perfect. You know, like, I'm your great daughter. I don't complain. Like, let's just get in the car. Like, crash and kill us. Cassie said kill us. Honestly, swerve off the road. It's fine. Long as you know that I'm your daughter and I support you. And that made me sad because we can say whatever we want to say about how Cassie is with Nate because, like, that's something that she shouldn't be doing. But the love and the relationship she has with her father and the love that she has for her father, that's like something that's inevitable, right? That's the first man in her life. What, she's supposed to love him. She's supposed to, like, love her father, right? So to see that she learned to be submissive and quiet and you know, not complain, not say too much, like from an early age, when it came down to like the interaction she had with her father, that makes me so sad. How can you expect her to be any different with a Nate, right? She is seeking male approval and she has been for a while. I don't know, that makes me sad. Moving on, we flash back to the play. We're at the play again. And we see Rue in the audience because Lexi is portraying on stage her and Rue's friendship and how they like were super close before high school and stuff like that. And it was just so cute to see Miss Ruru in the audience smiling. First of all, she looks great this episode, right? She looks clean. She looks like she's kind of past like the rough stages of detox, the rough stages of withdrawal, and she's more in like a stable place. Of course not fixed, of course not cured. You know, addiction is a disease and it's something that she's going to deal with, Rue is going to deal with for the rest of her life. But to see her, you know, color in her face, to see her hair done, girl, I don't think we've seen Rue's hair done all season. A long periodically time, if I do say so myself. Her hair has not been done. But she looks great. And to see her smiling in that audience, I was like, Ruru, baby, I love it for you. I love to see that. Budget for this play is huge. Because she got all these scenes. She done recreated the gas station. And I'm talking small scenes, okay? I felt like the scene of she and Rue on the gas station talking about like who they're gonna be in high school, that's like a little small portion. Like we could have like glazed over that, mentioned it or not mentioned it. I don't think it would have changed the dynamic of the play. And she has a whole set built. And that was not the sound stage. When we flash forward or flash to the flashback where it's like actually happening and then we go back to the play, where it was actually happening was an actual building. They were actually at a gas station, and I believe it was Fesco's gas station, so I guess Fesco and Lexi have known each other for a long time. But I guess they just didn't have that like interaction that they do right now. I don't know what brought that about. I guess just having that connection at that party in episode 1. But yeah, girl, the budget for, they said, Lexi, you wanna do a play? Here's $30 million. Have fun. We don't need food in the cafeteria. Books, they don't read them anyway. Backpacks, pencils, teachers, who goes to class? I've not seen one student go to class yet. We go to that bathroom and we walk in that hallway. You take it all. They gave Lexi the whole budget. I said, you go, girl. So we're going now to part 4. So my first note in part 4 says, so what, Nate a fashion designer? So since when did Nate become Prada? When did Nate become Karl Lagerfeld? When did Nate become dress a doll up on myscene.com? When, girl, Nate is in there dressing Cassie like he invented fashion. I said, okay. He wears the same like little gray, green, little long sleeve shirt, what does he know? And then did you see the scene where he's dressing her and like she goes to, I guess, like help him pull up whatever it is that he's putting on her, and he like moves her hand. It was gentle, but he like moves her hand out of the way. I said, girl, he don't even want you to pull up your own skirt. Your feelings? Because he cares about your feelings. He doesn't even want you can't even pick out your sweater, Cass. You want to tell him how you feel? Huh? You want to get to know him? Please. Girl, please. LOL. I think it's kind of slick romantic. It's a little slick romantic to think of a man like wanting to let me evolve you. let me dress you, or anybody that loves you, right? Let me give to you. Let me create you in this image. Let me elevate you, right? Like Beyonce said, let me upgrade you, right? It is kind of romantic to think of that aspect of it. But we know that Nate is a terrible human being. We know that he's not the one to upgrade, okay? He's the one to control. So that's where the romantic fantasy dies. But like while I was watching it, I was like, I don't know, maybe I was in my feelings watching this episode, because I was like, well, it's kind of cute. Girl, no, not cute. Okay, codependency. Why did I write, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why did I write codependency is so fun, LOL? No, it is not. No, it is not. Then that's exactly what's going on here, right? Nate doesn't want to feel. Nate doesn't want to deal with whatever it is from his past, so he's throwing himself into Cassie. He's gonna run her life, right? He can't run his own life. I'm gonna run her life, right? Cassie just wants a validation from a man, which again we just talked about, goes back to her father. She just needs to be seen. She just needs to be loved in a male way. She doesn't love herself, so it's codependent. I need you, you need me, and we're terrible for each other because honestly, none of our needs are getting met. And if we don't have each other, we freak out. Right? We're gonna freak out. We're gonna do something crazy. Foreshadow. Let's keep going. Let's jump to Fez's house, okay? Because we're jumping. Let's go to Fez's house. Who is this man? Well, we know who this man is because I remember when we first meet Faye, right? She's like in a hostile cop situation, and this is the guy I believe that was like, "Can you take her, Fez? Like she can't be here, blah blah blah, whatever." Because she like punched a cop or something. She did something where she couldn't be in the house anymore. This was the guy that was like, "Please take her so she can be safe." What is going on? He's cooperating with the police and Faye knows it, and this man is still able to sit on Fez's couch. Imagine the ops sitting on your couch right now, eating your food, smoking your weed. The ops. And imagine this girl that you done saved know that the ops sitting on your couch, smoking your weed, in your element, and she not saying nothing. She's steaming your shirt. Faye, babe, I'm scared. I'm scared because what is he about to do? Like, you know, we talked about it in our episodes before that there's this rumor that Fez might die. But it's like, what do they even want Fez for? Like, what, selling drugs? I guess, like, it just gives me so much stress. But my boy Ashtray, who we love, and Twitter loves him too. Ashtray, we love. Oh, did y'all know he was a twin? Or if he's not a twin, he has a little brother that looks smack like him. But he might be a twin. Anyway, back to the episode. So Ashtray, you know, in the episode before this one, I believe it was episode 6, Faye goes outside to talk to this op, okay? And you know, Ashtray got all the monitors in the house so he can see everything, but for some reason he had to go to the bathroom during this moment. So he doesn't see Faye talking to the op, okay? But he peeped it this time. My boy said he went in the bathroom this time. And he saw Faye lean over and she's talking to the op. And so he's like, hey, we see, what we do? Ashtray, he grabs that knife and he gotta go sit in the living room too. You know, Ashtray don't do a lot of talking, okay? He don't do a lot of talking. He comes for the action, okay? And he said, I'm gonna peep the scene before I get mean. Look at me, that was funny. Ashtray said, I'm gonna peep the scene before I get mean. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna sit down next to you and I'm gonna look you in your eyes. I'm gonna give you a chance to say what's up. You gonna say it? You might not have eyes in 2 seconds. Cut. That's why I like Ashtray, okay? He holds it down. Okay, all right. Part 5. So part 5 opens with Rue and her mother. They're like laying down, cuddling, so cute. It's nice to see them having an interaction that's not sad and that's not volatile, right? So mom's eating ice cream, Rue's laying next to her, and mom is like, you know what, Rue? You wanna do drugs? Do them. You wanna do drugs? I'm not gonna stop you. And that is something, you know, harsh, you know, like if you're watching this and you're like, I can't believe she said that, but it's like, I understand where she's at, right? We talked about that the last episode, that these people are spent off of our love and true Ruru, okay? She's done so much that mom is like, girl, I done talked to Ali. I know you see my hair down again. I done talked to Ali, and Ali said I need to love on that little one, and by that little one I mean Gia. And in order to do that, I can't focus on you this much. So if you want to go, she said you're almost 18, okay? You're gonna make the decisions that you're gonna make regardless. I'm not gonna spend my life stressing over what you're gonna do because you get to choose it. And there's some things that you're gonna do that I'm not even gonna know about. So why would I be worried about your life if you're not even worried about your life? And that's really tea, you guys. That's a lesson. You can love somebody and love somebody and love somebody, but you cannot love them more than they love themselves. Okay? You just can't. You can, well, you can, but that's gonna be at the expense of your own self-love and your own self-well-being, or the well-being of people that you also deserve your care, right? You can't give and give and give and give and give to a person that don't want nothing. That's T. Rue doesn't want to get better, you gotta let her go, right? And that's hard and harsh to say because that's your baby, and it's like, how can you let go of your baby? But at a certain point, you got to. Why? Because what did we find out? What did I say last review? I said, you know, we don't really have Gia's storyline, but typically in situations where like one kid is getting way more attention than the other kid, you have a kid that's either like people pleaser, like, yes mom, I got an A, yes mom, I'm going to college, I applied for this scholarship, yada 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 yada. Or you get a wild out child. You get a kid that's cutting class. You get a kid that's like running with the wrong crowd. You get a kid that's drinking, you know, stealing, all that kind of stuff, right? And girl, we found out that this episode, why Gia been getting detention? Not 2 in 1 week, Gia. Or was it 3 in 1 week? I don't know. She got multiple detentions in 1 week. And she got a D in math. I said, Gia, I knew it. I knew it, Gia. You're stressed out, and I don't blame her, right? You got a sister that like tearing up your house, kicking down doors. You finding her passed out last season and all that kind of stuff. You were taking her to rehab. She busting out of cars and stuff, running on the highway. Sorry about that, guys. My camera died, and I had to pause to charge it for a little bit. So if it looks different a little bit, if the scene looks different, that's why. So back to what I was saying about Gia. So we're getting a little bit of a glimpse as to what's been going on in Gia's life since Rue has been doing her thing and mom has been focused on Rue. And I don't know, like I said, we only have 1 more episode to go in this season, so this is probably an issue we'll have to unpack next season. But I'd love to know your theories about what do you think is going on with Gia, and what route do you see her taking? One of you who left me a comment and you were like, what, Gia is now wearing her hair like long and like straight, and she got the middle part. Like, what if Lori comes for her money and takes Gia instead of Rue? That is crazy. That is crazy. And I hope Sam, if Sam see that comment, baby, he gonna write that in there, because that was a good theory. And I wonder if she got a little, oh no, because her mama said she goes in there to wake Gia up for school every morning, and Gia's already up and she's on the phone. First of all, who are you on the phone with in the morning? Second of all, are you on the phone in the morning because you never went to sleep at night? Oh, but she said that. She said she's not sleeping. So she on that phone all night. Who you talking to? Who you talking to? What's his name? What's her name? Who you talking to? Who you talking to? Right? And is that why she wearing her hair long and straight? Ooh, somebody told her, well, I like my hair now. Oh, look, in Running the Family, we seen mom took her hair down when Ali came over. So maybe Gia's like, you know, I like somebody took my hair down, you know. I know we better watch it. I know we don't have no room in this house for no babies. I know that. You know, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there because I'm gonna let Sam tell the story. But I know we don't have no room for no babies. Okay? You're not bringing no baby in this house. They got drugs in here. Okay? Let's not do it. Let's not do it, Gia. Let's be smart. But I don't know. We'll have to unpack that, like I said, later on. Wait, pause. Why do we look so happy to go do drugs? Mom, are you serious? When she said, go ahead and do drugs. Mom, are you serious? When I tell you I would've, are you dumb? No, I'm not serious. Dummy. Get your stuff. Okay? You live somewhere else now. Mom, really? I think what's the catch here? She was like, if you want to be a crackhead, you be a crackhead. She's like, Mom, what's the catch? Being a crackhead. What's she not understanding, Rue? Listen, don't do no drugs, Rue. Please, Rue. We don't have it in us. I'm spent too. Okay, anyway, moving on, y'all. We're going back to the play, okay? And like, the play has all these scenes in it, okay, that are not very school friendly. They're a little risky, if you ask me. The way the cheerleaders are dancing, the way the cast members are interacting, kissing and like jerking each other. I was like, administration needs to watch this play and be like, is this what's going on here? Because this look real. Is this what they doing? Who's on drugs? Like, somebody need to be asking some questions. They in there just laughing. Oh, blah. This is real. You have kids ODing. Yeah, let's figure it out, okay? You have domestic violence happening in 11th grade or 12th grade, whatever grade they're in. Let's talk about it. Y'all letting people just yell out stuff in the middle of the play. Clearly, y'all don't care about bullying. What's going on? I really hope this play gets them to like start having like maybe a guidance counselor come in, right? Or some kind of like social group where we get together and we discuss our feelings or something. Like, you mean to tell me that was the routine that the cheerleaders was doing at school? Licking, like pretending to lick each other and all that kind of stuff? Like, you know, it's not about homophobia. It's about like just the sexualization of it all at school. These are children. Who approved this? Yeah, okay. We see what happened after Maddy chases Cassie upstairs after Rue, you know, blew the secret that Cassie had been sleeping with Nate. And Cassie just goes in the bathroom and closes the door. And I was like, Cassie, you suck. You've been sleeping with this girl's boyfriend and you don't even have the gall enough to just look her in the face and be like, yo, this is what it is. Even if you're not sorry, I'm not even telling you to be sorry. Look, if you want to be on this bad bit tip, like, oh, I took your man and that's what it is, do that. Do that, but stand on that. You know, don't run to the bathroom and close the door. You didn't been with him now. I can't make y'all be together, so you might as well say it to my face. And she can't even do that. I was like, Cassie sucks. Okay, and also going back to the play, Cassie, I guess, is feeling overwhelmed by seeing her life portrayed on stage and her interactions with Maddy, her relationship with Maddy, and knowing that she did her best friend dirty. She has to leave. She's uncomfortable. Leave quietly. Leave quietly. Why are you getting up? This a push bar door in a gymnasium. Leave quietly. Like, now we all looking. Maddy didn't look. Everybody didn't look to see you didn't left. Once again, babe, try to make everything about you. Your sister has worked hard on this play. If you don't want to be here because it's too heavy for you, if your sin is eating at you, seeing it dramatized on stage, with all due respect, get out. But why you gotta be so loud? I didn't like that. I was like, she's rude. Somebody needs to snatch that little wig off her head, because I know that blonde straight hair probably a wig. It looks crazy. We need to snatch that off. Yeah. You know, I ain't no tea no shade about no wig, but like, yeah, I don't like you. I don't like you this season, Cass. She leaves the gym and she goes to the bathroom and she's girl, first of all, calm down. Second of all, crying yet again, Miss Cassie, what's her name? Sydney Sweeney. Does your head hurt? Is this a lot of tears? Oh, you know what? Fun fact, I did find out about the way she prepares for her character, and not just for Cassie, but apparently all the characters that Sydney Sweeney has played. She writes a diary, or she keeps a journal of their life. Like, she creates a life for them up until like the first page of the script. So maybe when she's crying, she's drawing from info that she's taken from her journals. And I'm wondering if, like, later on as the season progresses, will we find out that Sam is also using those diaries to create the Cassie character? I don't know, but I thought that was interesting that she creates who she's playing up until, you know, where the director has created it or the writer has created it. Part 6. So, cinematography, beautiful. Once again, Sam, he has an eye for like, he has an eye for how things are supposed to look, how things should transfer from the camera lens to the screen and what you're watching it. Like, he has a really good eye for making things beautiful. I would say the storyline is kind of like but he knows how to make you sucked in with that visual. Even like the oh, am I everything that you wished for? You know, Cassie doing that to Nate, like, and she's like seducing him, and she's like, you can tell me what to wear and what to eat and who to talk to. I want everybody to want me, but they can't have me because I'm yours. I belong to you. Like, even though that was like depressing to kind of hear, and a little romantic, but you know, that's just me being in my feelings, because honestly, please don't be like that. Codependency is not sexy. Even though that was like kind of hard to stomach, it was beautiful to watch, wasn't it? And then they have it to where he's like, well, don't you think, okay, wait, pause. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, but pause. When she's like, am I everything you wish for? Y'all notice he didn't answer, right? Please, he didn't say yet. He didn't dressed her, changed her hair, everything. Am I everything you wish for? No, babe, because you're not Maddy. Ooh. You don't want to hear that tea, though. You don't want to hear that one. Sorry. He didn't even answer her. I was embarrassed for her in that moment. Then, girl, even more embarrassing. What'd he say? Are you not worried that people are going to lose respect for you? Or whatever he said. Something to that effect of like, aren't you worried that like people are going to think that, you know, you don't have any respect for yourself? And she's like, at least I'm loved. Are you? Like, no, but like, are you? Because he don't. And it don't seem like you do. So, are you? Okay. If you saw my last episode, talking about this, like the review of episode 6, you know, we talked about Nate's appeal to Cassie is, yes, he doesn't want to deal with his own things that he has going on in his life. He'd rather lose himself in running someone else's life. But also we talked about that theory of like easy to be around. Cassie is trying to make herself the most easiest person to be around. So much so that she's like, create who you want to be around. I don't care. I'm not even me anymore. I'm who you want me to be, right? Because it's like deep down inside, she knows that it's not her. It's what she can do for him. It's who he sees her as, right? Who she can be created and molded to be. Easy to be around. Honestly, if you, again, going back to my little pep talk advice, if you're Cassie, baby, you're not special. You're easy to be around. You're easy to, you're a fix. You're a band-aid over a real problem. You're a band-aid over a real wound. I don't want to tend to my wound. I don't have no peroxide. It's healing too slow. Come here, baby. That's what Nate said. And that's what somebody's doing to you if you're a Cassie. And if you're not a Cassie, if you're a Maddy, and you're like, why did he choose her? Cause you make him think. You make him work. You make him have to be a better person. You don't take all of that BS, okay? She will, right? She's nurturing him where he is rather than pushing him to be better. Ooh. And let me tell you this. It is much better to be the woman in his head than the woman in his bed, okay? And that, switch the genders as you see fit, okay? I would much rather be in your brain. Keep me on your mind. Cause you know what that means? That means the girl that's next to you is next to you, but you thinking of me. I would much rather be in your brain than be the one next to you while you think about somebody else. Please, please, okay? So take that as a word of advice from me. You wanna be the one in his head, not the one in his bed. Okay, because if you're gonna be in that bed, it's gotta be a two-way street. I'm in your bed and I'm in your head. Ain't no you dealing with something and you using me to get through it. And you thinking about her or you thinking about that while I'm next to you. Please, I got stuff to do, baby. I got places to go, I got people to meet, I got checks to sign. You feel me? In his head, not in his bed. Thank you. But then, okay, so we go back to the play, okay, and they show Nate and Maddy's relationship on the stage, right? Not Nate being sad, not Nate reminiscing, not you just put a gun to her head and you miss her. Please. Next, was Nate abused by his dad? Because that would explain when the mom was like, you know, you around 7 or 8 or whatever, 8 or 9, you went dark. And I just was asking your dad, like, what happened? Did he hit his head? Was there a concussion? Like, what happened to him? Was he by his father? Cal's not here. I just know that they put that little moment where it was Nate as Nate now, and then he was the one in the bed. It went from like him on top of Cassie and Cassie like struggling or whatever, and then it went to Nate being the one on the bed struggling, and then it was his dad. That is awful. That is so tragic and terrible, and I don't even know how Sam is gonna unpack that or if he ever will, but that was, ooh, I didn't like that. Ooh, I'm not even gonna put that in here, but that was, ooh, that was not good. We see Maddy at the baseball field with Samantha, which is played by Miss Beautiful Minka Kelly. This is the lady that she's been babysitting for her son. They're at the baseball field, and I guess Maddy's leaving? Or maybe they're graduating and Maddy's like, oh, next year, like I'm going somewhere else or something like that. Miss Samantha or Miss Minka Kelly gives her a gift. And what is it, guys? It's the dress that Maddy's trying on in her house. And she's like, I got a feeling you're gonna like it. Okay. I don't know what to take of that. Like, it was nice. Of course, and Maddy's gonna look beautiful in it. And you see when she puts it up, she's like, oh, I'm about to rock this, right? But it's also like, how'd she know you're gonna like it? How'd she know? What's she doing with that footage? Inquiring minds want to know. Maybe we'll never know though, because if Maddy leaves and is not babysitting for his family, like what do they have to do with anything? But I guess maybe we're just leaving it as like, oh, you know, I have a lot of nice, valuable things. I just have a camera in my closet. Okay, that's fine. Like, she's allowed to have a camera in her closet. She's allowed to protect her belongings. She didn't know Maddy was gonna go in there get naked, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's not like she planted this camera in order to get clips of Maddy doing, you know, Maddy. They didn't have to do that little pan over last episode and make us worry. Sam, watch yourself, okay? Also, I just had this little small note. This isn't really about the show. It's just more about the actors. Maddy, Alexa Demi, Samantha, Minka, Kelly, they're so pretty. Like, I can't. Like, why are they so pretty? Like, talking to each other, I'm like, they're so pretty, I can't even take it. Part 7, and this is our last part of this episode, so let's jump into it. Okay, but so we're gonna start off strong right here in part 7. We are starting off kicking and swinging. Not Lexi trying to tell everybody that Nate is gay. Who told her she could do that? Talking about some big finish, guys. And honestly, Lexi in the back was funny. Like, Lexi in the back, like conducting everybody. I don't care, you're fired. We'll replace you. A blind 3-year-old could do your job, you know? I love to see her in her power. That's really nice. But also, not her telling everybody that Nate is gay. What is, not Cassie, you did not need this big High School Musical moment at the end. And then all the sexual, somebody in that audience, administration, principal, somebody should have stood up and been like, that would be enough. Thank you, Lexi. Everybody back to the, they just over there is like simulating sex on stage, like with all men, which is fine. We love that. We love that for men. But not you telling everybody Nate is gay, girl. I said, Lexi, you walking down thin ice. That Nate, he is a crazy one. I hate to see Lexi go like that. Why? She was so nice. Cause Nate don't play that. Like, he does not play anybody playing in his face. And you done just dramatized him on stage as being something that he hasn't told us that he is, Lex. I said, okay, Lexi. And with Cassie, not Cassie, Maddy in the audience, Lexi, you're a G. I'm like, I bet you think so. I bet you think so. So then, you know, Nate is mad, right? He walks out of the hallway. Walks into the hallway. I thought it was so funny when he was like, they're being so homophobic, or whatever he was saying. He was like, that was so homophobic. I thought that was so funny. I just was like, oh, so you're the commander of policy now? Like, you're the one that's gonna tell us what's wrong and what's right? Okay. Like, it was homophobic, you know, and I understand that. And like, what he said was correct, but it was like, but here we go, right now, showing you again this dynamic between Cassie and Nate, where Cassie believes she's more to him than she actually is. She's like trying to console him. Of course, he gets out and runs out in the gymnasium. Here she gotta come behind him. She love it. Oh, she love it. She loves to have a purpose. Oh, Nate, baby, Nate. And he's like, no, it's so homophobic. And she's like, Lexi, I just didn't know she was gonna do that. And he's like, no, what are you talking about? That's your sister. Which, reasonable, right? Like, that is your sister. You literally live in the same room as her. This play wasn't written 20 minutes ago. You probably knew something, you know? But Cassie really didn't. Why? Because she's so vapid. She's so focused on Nate. And that's what he doesn't see. Because he doesn't care about her. He doesn't even see who she truly is. Like, I mean, I'm sure he knows that he has power over her, but like, he still doesn't even recognize like how engulfed she is to the fact that she has shut out her entire life. I mean, I know she said it, but he's not listening to her. Talk about, I ruined my life for you, my entire life for you. He don't care. He probably didn't even hear that. He was like, okay, get naked. So he doesn't even believe her when she's like, I didn't know, like I didn't know. He's like, no, get away from me. He told her, pack your stuff, get out of my house. Just like that. Just like that, babe, you're done. He done changed your whole life, ruined your whole life, got you dressing away, telling you when you can eat. And he just told you get out of his house. Wow. But you're special. Right? Oh, he loves me. At least I'm loved. Face ass. Okay. Anyway. But, Miss Cassie didn't like that. Oh, no. And again, I keep wanting to mention these people, these famous people that I'm thinking about. It's not a specific couple, but it's like a guy who's giving me Nate vibes just because of the way women act around him, right? I don't know this to be true, so I'm not gonna say his name, but you know, if you plugged in, you might know who I'm talking about. He's giving Nate vibes because the way these girls love him, the way they interact with him, the way they seem to give up their whole lives for him, the way they seem to make stupid decisions, girl after girl after girl for him, despite the fact that girls already have made the same decision. It's giving Nate. I don't know. Cassie's reaction to Nate being like, I'm done with you. Ooh, she didn't like that. She did not like that. And again, tying back to this famous person, is giving like some of his people have like not taken goodbye so well. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But we see Cassie and I'm like, wait a minute, maybe Cassie is gonna Lexi, okay? Because what, she looks crazy. She looks very at that point, and she goes to the door where she can see into the play, and she's breathing and crying. Girl, and I understand some people cry when they're mad, but when aren't you crying, babe? When are you not crying? Oh, pause real quick, just a little flashback. When Cassie had to go to the bathroom and smile through the facade, I didn't see Nate get up. Did you? Did you see Nate follow her out, or was he like still watching the play, remembering Maddy? Oh, okay. So we see Cassie at that window, like breathing heavy. She's stressed out, whatever. And it says to be continued. So I guess we'll have to pick this up in episode 8, the finale. And hopefully Miss Cassie gives us a finale that we need, okay? Because she's been crying a lot. I'm ready to see her turn up. If you're gonna do anything, baby, turn up. You know, like, I'm ready to see you get ballsy. And I hope it's not toward, or, well, who knows? What is he, who you gonna attack your sister? Your sister? You gonna ruin her play? You gonna set Fez up? Like, what you gonna do, Cassie? Girl, what you gonna do? Cry? Like, oh, okay, whatever. So that is my deep dive, my review of Euphoria Season 2, Episode 7. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I super enjoy sitting down and talking to you guys about the episode because I get like, ooh, I get riled up and I have so much theory and I'm the type of person that watches the show and I want to know a character's psychological motivation for the decisions they make, which is why I like sometimes unpack different things and I share advice with you. Advice that I hope you take: please don't be a Cassie. Please don't put yourself in a situation like this. Be a Lexi. Go after your goals. Be observant. Be slow to speak, but quick to hear. Speak when you need to speak. Handle your business when you need to handle it. But go after things that you care about, right? Put your efforts and your energy into things that make you happy. And you be the girl getting a standing ovation at the end, like my girl Lexi got, right? Regardless if you have a Feds co, okay? Which that would be nice. We all need a little support sometimes. But hey, I support you. Your angels support you. Whatever it is that you believe, higher power, they got you. Do what's best for you and you'll always win. Okay? But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so very much. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed talking about it. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed my Euphoria look. Yes. Make sure you follow me on social media at Mackie Speaks on Instagram, and we can stay connected that way. When I'm not posting, that's where I am. And leave me a comment below. Again, let's talk about the theories of this show. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is happening next episode? You know, it's to be continued. You know, big bad Cassie huffing and puffing at that window. So what do you think's gonna happen? What's tea? Ooh. What's going on with Gia, right? Is Rue gonna stay clean? Cause she already talking about some, wait, I could be a crackhead? For real? So is she gonna stay clean? What's going on with Jules? We didn't really talk much about Jules this episode. I didn't really care about her. That little scene of her like busting up the DVD, I was like, okay, you could have like thrown it away. I don't know, like, but I get it. It's like, oh, I just don't want it to exist anymore. This is dirty, gross. I got it, but like, I don't care. Theories for next season, guys. Is Kat even gonna be on the show, girl? Cause what did she say this episode? She didn't even say nothing this episode. She laughed. Sam didn't even let Kat have a full dialogue when Maddy was knocking on the door. She was just, I like Kat, and this is not to like be mean toward Kat, but it's like, what happened? My girl was like, sensual seduction on the webcam, and now she can't even say hello in the episode. Like, her costumes are a little bit more muted. Like, Maddy is giving us eyeliner and glitter, and so is everybody else. Jules then sexed it up on us, and it's like Kat is looking like PTA, ready for reporting for duty. I made the cookies for the field trip. Like, I don't know. So give me your theories. Let me know what you think is gonna happen next season. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. All right? Mwah. Bye, guys.